Have you ever felt like there's something holding you back from your somatic experience? Do you feel like something is in your way of helping you meet your needs? Today, we're going to talk about why you get in your own sensual way. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Deshelle B, and this is Somatically Sensual. But before we get started, I want to make sure you hit the subscribe button at the bottom of your screen and also click that bell to make sure you don't miss any of this valuable information. So I had a client and we were talking this week about her being in her own way. We've had assignments that were due that she was supposed to do, and she's not doing it. However, she wants to increase her sensual experience with herself and with her lovers. So guess what? I told her, like I'm going to tell you, you're not alone. We've all done this before. We've all been in our way of meeting our needs sexually and sensually. Today, we're going to unpack what happens, why we get in our own way, in order to help you get more empowered and delving more into your sensual experience. Number one would be the root of the block. Why is there a block in the sensual experience? She came to me because she was struggling finding a relationship of her own. She wanted her own partner. And she was really struggling because she's never really had a relationship of her own. She's dated, sure. She's had, tons of relationships, but not feeling like they were her own person. And so in dealing with her and working with her, we realized that she struggled connecting to herself. She was blocking essentially her own blessings because she wasn't able to connect fully to herself. So I asked a question: if you're not connecting to you, how are you expecting someone else to do so? So to be honest with you, rarely is this about desire. Our bodies crave to be desired. So that's never a part of this issue. The part comes in when there are other factors that come in place, because we crave desire, to be desired, to feel pleasure, then we're always ready to receive. Your body is always ready to receive pleasure for most people. The problem comes in when we have several things going on. One would be self-criticism. Possibly it's how you feel like you look. Maybe you feel like you're not looking up to par. Maybe you feel like, my butt's too big, or, does this outfit look right on me? Or do I even feel like I look beautiful nude yourself? When we are overly critical about how we're feeling, that causes us to have issues with connecting to ourselves and allowing ourselves the sensuality that we deserve. Number two would be trauma and conditioning. And so for those people who've experienced trauma, it's really hard for you to connect with yourself sensually. You're so busy being in pleasing mode, pleasing other people. You want to make sure they get their needs met. You want to make sure that, you're listening to what their wants and needs are. That sometimes those with trauma begin to shrink, or you feel like you're not worthy of the self-pleasure that you deserve, the sensuality that you deserve. And because of that, then you put all of the attention on someone else and not on yourself. Number three would be overthinking. Maybe in the midst of trying to connect with yourself sensually, then you're overthinking. You're worried about what's for dinner. You're worried about, did I lock the door when I came in? You're worried about what the kids are having for dinner. You're worried about how you're looking in certain positions even. We've done that too. We do that, women. We kind of worry about, how we're looking when we're actually should be enjoying the pleasure. And so you're so busy thinking about, all these different things. How do I look when I'm enjoying pleasure? We're so busy trying to live the fairy tale instead of actually just enjoying the pleasure that we so deserve. Also, when you think of overthinking takes you out of your body and into the mind. When you get outside of your body, you are no longer connecting to the pleasure that you deserve. You're no longer going to be in a place of enjoyment. You're going to be thinking instead of feeling. Being somatically sensual means that you are in a feeling experience. And so we want to make sure that we kind of curve the overthinking and allow you to just enjoy this pleasure that you deserve. But here's the good part, sis. Sensuality is your birthright. It's a part of you being you. Sensuality does not have to be forced. It's already a part of you. It is your birthright to experience pleasure, to experience sensuality. It is your birthright to be able to take time and enjoy what sensuality is for you. Okay? Here are a few questions to ask yourself. What am I feeling right now when you're in a space of trying to be somatically sensual with yourself? Staying in the feeling and not in the headspace of what's going on. Next, is there judgment? Are you judging yourself? Are you allowing how maybe someone else has judged you in the past to keep you from experiencing the pleasure you deserve? How can I allow my curiosity about my sensuality lead me to self-acceptance? Just by asking these 3 questions allows an openness to the awareness that you need to allow yourself to break free from stopping you allowing the sensual aspects of pleasure that you deserve. Let's talk about ways you can reconnect to your sensuality. 1, reconnect to your body. That means taking those moments to have those body scans we talked about previously in the video, and just connecting to your heart, connecting to what feels good to you. Also connecting to your hips to release any trauma. And that could look like hip sways, that could look like dancing around with yourself, and just actually letting yourself feel the vibes of how you're feeling in a good space. Remember, this is your birthright. Next, release judgment. So when those bad feelings come up, or thoughts that come up, or even thoughts that aren't even yours, because sometimes this comes from other people and they've kind of put this on our shoulders. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this really true about me? And really explore what that means, what comes up for you when you think about, is this true? And lastly, explore what really feels good to you. Literally stop, take a moment, take your time. This is you, and you deserve it, to do what really feels good to you. And take those moments to maybe explore with a feather, maybe explore with a satin handkerchief, and maybe exploring with a flogger, feeling what feels good to you as you touch your body in all the right places, in all the places even. There's no wrong place when it comes to you being sensual with yourself. Next, we want to create a safe space. You cannot do these sensual acts with yourself if you feel like you're not safe. So that looks like maybe being in your bedroom or in your home, making sure that you're secure in your space, making sure you're comfortable. Set the scene of what feels good for you in your safe space. So doing all the things that feels really good in that space, having those things with you, that way you can feel comfortable as you enjoy and indulge in your own sensuality. Next, I want you to celebrate the small wins. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. So take your time, ease into it. You have a lifetime to catch up on in your own sensual moments. So make sure that you are taking time with yourself and enjoying every moment along the way, because you're learning new things and also being reintroduced to some old things as well. But you're learning new things about yourself that not only do you get the pleasure of enjoying, but you can also share with your partner as well. Try these things out and comment below and let me know what you think about it. And as always, make sure you click that subscribe button below and also that bell, because you don't want to miss any of this valuable information. Bye-bye.